Welcome, beautiful people. You are in my tarot playlist, where in this video we will take a look at the influence of the penumbral full moon eclipse for each of the zodiacs. If you are interested in just listening to yours, make sure that you go to the description, find the timestamp for your zodiac, and click on that, okay? I believe, because I have experienced it myself, and many of you who are very sensitive and pay close attention have come to realize that the celestial movements that are happening have in some unknown way either correspondences or influence us here on Earth. So saying that, this particular lunar eclipse will have a deep influence on many of us here, as it is a penumbral full moon. And spiritually speaking, many of us will be aligned with making some major changes in our lives, as this is what this energy is ushering in: evolution, change. And if you are in an experience where you may feel uncomfortable, or there's turmoil or stress, instead of seeing it as a negative, I invite you to suspend the judgment and embrace the opportunity to grow. And perhaps with this moon, take the time to sit under it, to bathe under it, and ask those deep questions. What is it that I need to remove, to let go of, to allow for the highest self to come through for the best experience that I have here? Now, having said that, the May full moon is also known as the flower moon. Isn't that interesting? We're coming into the month of May. We have Mother's Day ahead. Flowers are blooming. And oh, I guess that's why it was called the flowers moon, right? April shower, May flowers. Here's a little clip of the flowers in my garden. Other names that this moon is known as is the corn planting moon. This is the time where we plant the corn so that we can enjoy it in the fall. It is also known as the milk moon because this was the time of year where cows are moved to different pastures, and of course, some cases the cows are producing extra milk. Now let's talk also about how interesting that the month of May we are having this penumbral full moon eclipse. It is interesting that in numerology, the number 5 represents changes, positive opportunities for you to grow, and that these changes are helping you to bring many long-term benefits. So as you're embracing those things that you might feel uncomfortable with, this is an opportunity to be grateful that these experiences and situations are showing up in your life now. So May is associated with the number 5 as it counts from January to May. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5 resonates with personal freedom, individuality, progress, influence, kindness, creativity, magnetism, all these things that allow us to make life choices and decisions. As you can see, this is confirming the influence of the moon, and expect May to really bring you into those things, to challenge you and to embrace the changes that are coming into your life. Maybe you may not see that it is a positive thing now. If you open your mind and embrace it and be grateful, then guess what? They will become easier to manage as we move along. All right, let's get started with our reading. All right, we will start off with Gemini. Gemini, Taurus, Before we get started, let me share a little bit of crystal and gem lore. The gem that I drew today is hematite, and it's going to be interesting how it's going to play out for all of us as this energy. You may want to go purchase this at one of your metaphysics stores. And here, this particular stone is about protection and helping us become grounded. It serves as a connection with Earth, making us feel safe and secure. So it's going to be interesting how we can draw this energy, how it's going to connect with this reading for all of us, as it is asking us to draw strength and to create healthy boundaries energetically and emotionally. And it also activates in us courage and endurance and vitality. So these stones, as they're emanating this energy, when we visually see them in our surrounding, and if we have them, whether we're wearing this as a gem or if we activate the stone so that it can remind us about these qualities, that we need to remain grounded, that we need to affirm that we are safe and secure in everything that we do, in our relationships, in our choices, and also that we have the courage and endurance and vitality to pursue the things that we are activated to pursue. So here we got beautiful, shiny hematite. All right, Gemini. All right, Gemini, we start off with the Six of Pentacles here. This month is going to have you feeling quite generous, involved either in community. You're going to have enough to give, to share. You're going to be able to balance things financially, and not only financially, but in other areas. In love, there's going to be support. There's going to be communication. And in career, this looks like you're going to be very supported in the things that you're doing, also possibly finding a mentor that's going to help you get to the next level. And in finances, all around balance, generous, having more is always good. Okay. All right, Gemini, we also see that with the North Node, there is looking towards the future. There are a lot of things that you're going to be involved in that is more laying out the things for your future, your plans for your future. So in astrology, the North Node, also known as the ascending node, represents a place that the soul belongs to, where your fate is driving you towards that uncharted territory. Maybe you don't have a map for that, but your soul does. And so you may find yourself guided to the things right now that is just pushing you towards that, what I would call the North Star. And so Gemini, you may be encouraged to think about where you'd like to be in the future, where you'd like to be 3 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, and make those things beacons for you to guide you towards that future. And how do you know what these things are? Those are the things that are making you happy, that make your soul sing, that bring out the best of you. So here you might find that, through this month, there's going to be some challenges that might be a little bit scary because you're leaving unfamiliar territory. Even people who love you may resist your own growth and evolution. And it might be that you might be pulling away from those people so that you can step towards that future of yours. So new beginnings are ahead of you for the month of May. The full moon for you is bringing you the energy of Taurus here, letting you know that prosperity lies ahead. So we see a lot of things being confirmed here, because the energy of the moon in Taurus for you here is about prosperity. And your karma message, clear your karma. Work right now towards doing all those things that help you release the old. Use this penumbral full moon eclipse to do away with the old karma, to deny those things that no longer make you sing, make you grow, and affirm all that is abundance and joy and health in your life. Clear your karma. Next one up is Cancer. Okay, we start up great. Another positive reading. We have Cancer here being shown with water. Interesting, because Cancer is a water sign. So we see more of this energy coming through. We also know that the moon is all about emotion. So a lot of things are going to be around the theme of emotions, communication, your feelings this month for you, Cancer. Among many things, the King of Cups here could be that there is someone entering your life, or someone is showing up that is supportive and diplomatic, and brings a sense of harmony and balance that is very much needed to the situation that is actually presenting in your life. This person is very sensitive and is very careful with you, and is also very receptive to your needs. As we could see here, this is a masculine energy, but it is that energy that is very secure and very grounding. And in love, the maturity that we see here in the King of Cups is someone that is not only jumping in with their heart 100%, but this person is also using their head. This is a very grounded relationship. A lot of compassion is showing up in this relationship right now. In your business, this is about balancing your emotions when it comes to the choices that you're making regarding your career, the choices that you're making in what you want for your future and your ambitions. So that's pretty interesting. And in finances, I see the stability here emotionally. You're not jumping into every opportunity that you see. You have a sense of grounding with your finances and your money. Oh, it's interesting. It's interesting because we have the King of Cups showing up, which is all about emotions. And guess what we see here? Venus is confirming this love, this relationship. Cancer, this is beautiful because Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and that creative process, which is now showing up for you here in this month. It's what you value and how you value yourself. So Cancer, this is about softening up your heart, opening up that heart, investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair and lovely. Bring that compassion into everything that you're doing, and remember to use diplomacy and that charm that you have, and let others come to you. You don't need to be chasing anyone, Cancer. Most of all, engage yourself in things that are creative, in things that just open you to those affections that you are so drawn to. Be prepared here for the month of May, Cancer, to manage your emotions, because things may be coming a little bit what I call coming to head. There could be a lot of passion, a lot of intensity in your relations, from those personal ones to those in your community and your business. So be wary of anything that might draw you into depths of passion, on the positive and on the extreme. Be careful of those addictions that come with those passions. And most of all, be careful to look for love in the material things. With the energy of Venus showing up for you, you're reminded to come through with that loving heart. And when we look at some of the symbols here, we see these beautiful flowers. We also see the diligence of the busy bee, the worker bee, always there, tending the garden, pollinating, and adding that special touch. Okay, it's interesting because when we see all this energy here, a lot of emotion and stability and love, we see here that as you move forward through the month, knowing what you need to know and using this energy of this moon, make the adjustments that you need to make as they're required. The key point here is as required. Sometimes we think that we need to change things, Cancer, but we don't. For you, Cancer, you need to embrace the idea and the mantra that if it is not broken, it does not need fixing. Enjoy that season of where things are. Look at that. Feeling fear is a call for love. So find that stability. We see that thing here, the beloved. We see that there's nothing to worry about. You don't need to change anything if it's not broken. And if you feel any fear, it is a call for love. And we see here that reminder that it's there. All of it is there. So you do not need to feel it. You need to let things come to you. Find the peace in that. Let's move on to Leo. Okay, Leo, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. One thing about the Queen of Wands, whether she's in reverse or upright, she represents fertility and symbolizes also all the feelings and emotions and aspects that all that fullness brings. So the fact that we had her in the reverse, for you, Leo, something is missing. Something you're feeling is not there right now. And this could be that either you need help right now to fill this void, to feel complete. So having this, there's something in your kingdom, in your realm that is missing, that needs work on. And could it be the work itself? Could it be that there is something in your work or your business or your career that is right now out of flux, and it's going to need some attention so that you can progress forward? So the greatest thing here is not to dwell on the problem, but to focus on the solution, that everything just needs a little tending, just like any garden. Now that you know that there is an issue, it's not dwelling in the problem, it's looking for the solution. And sometimes clearing things, clearing the land, and literally burning it up so that we can get the ashes to fertilize things again, is how we're going to progress forward. The Queen of Wands here is a reminder that you need to kind of be rational about things, to balance yourself sometimes, to balance your own energy. We see here with the staff, the firmness of that, but yet the gentleness of the flower. We see the cat here drawing into that intuition. We see the courage of the lion standing and guiding her. And not only there, but we see it on the posts here. And the fact that she's got that one foot exposed is that you do have the ability to take that action right now if you needed to. Embrace the idea, Leo, that the motivation can only come when you say, I can and I will. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have, this is from Pallas Athena, think. And remember, this was also in the reverse. So now we're talking about that motivation. We're talking maybe that you are having some issues, maybe in love, maybe in career, maybe in your finances. But now it's time to put your thinking cap on and looking for the strategy. The answers, as we see here, are within you. Pallas Athena is the mythological Athena. She is the goddess of wisdom, of intellect, skill, strategy, and defense. This powerful goddess is a reminder to you, Leo, to never underestimate the feminine strength and wisdom. This is part of what's inside of you. This is all about that energy, to bring it forth, to bring it forth, all that feminine wisdom and strength. Never underestimate the feminine strength and wisdom. This is all within you, Leo. This is a reminder for you to take on whatever situation, whatever challenge you have in front of you, and harness that power, and know that you will have, when you need it, at your disposition, the right words, the right thoughts, the right action. So if you are a man and you're trying to deal with certain situations that you might feel competition coming from the female gender, tap into your feminine strength and know that you will have the wisdom and the courage to deal with what you have to deal with. Also, if you're a woman and you're dealing with the male gender energies and you're feeling that there's a conflict, remember that there is great strength in the feminine wisdom, and bring that courage forward. All you need to do is remember that Earth is feminine, and boy, when she wants to, she will summon a tornado, an earthquake, a tsunami, and she will lay the field and make everything good again. You have that within you. Leo, another in reverse. So Leo, this is all kind of letting me know that you're going to really need to seek the hematite energy for grounding, as May is going to be a challenging month for you. Here we go. A personal issue reaches resolution. Because this card was in the reverse, Leo, it may seem that you are dealing with or will be dealing with a situation that's very personal, that's a lot of conflict, that's creating stress for you. The issue here is to understand that you may not get the answers right away. This may not get resolved right away. There's a lesson to be taught here that we can see, obviously. And for you, it's just going to be a little longer to have it work through, but it will work itself through. Let's see what your final message is. Wow. All of these cards were in the reversed. So here, my sexuality is sacred. I could tell you, I'm not a psychologist, but I could tell you one thing, Sometimes we need to take that sexual energy, that drive that we have, and we need to condense it. We need to know that we can transmute it. If we're just constantly giving it away, spreading it out there and not using it to transform and to let it build up within our core, and then let it, drive us into some passion and use that there, in a sense, let it transform, then you're not harnessing your sexuality to the best of its ability. So, Leo, intense month for the Leo. Wow. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, 8 of Cups. Well, Virgo, we see here a sense that you're not happy with the status quo. You're not happy with the way that things have been going. We see even the moon is kind of glaring at you saying, hey, I'm going to shine some light on you as you go to this new cycle of life. We see these phases of the moon, the full moon, the crescent moon there, providing you the way out of this situation. And perhaps now is the time for you, Virgo, to experience a higher purpose in your life, because that's what you see. You see that all these situations, all these people, all these experiences have taught you what they came to teach you, but you want more out of life, and you're not going to find it where you're at. So May is going to have you moving away from people, moving away from situations, possibly be even physically, walking away. And as you could see here, there is no bridge. The bridge is burnt. There is no coming back to this. You are seeking something new, something purposeful. You want to step away from what is familiar because you know what's there. And it's going to be the same thing. It's going to drag you back to the drama of the past. So May, there could be some breakups. There could be also maybe leaving a job, moving away from something, or maybe you're experiencing, dissatisfaction at work. And financially, this could mean that to you, the material things don't mean anything. You're looking for the real experience and meaning of life. Money is not everything. Okay, so second card here, and this one is in the reverse. And what does it say? So we have the opposition, confrontation, which it's in the reverse. So it's saying, very confirming what the number 8 is saying. It's interesting because that looks like a number 8. And when you look at this number here, 5 plus 3 is 8. So these cards are singing together. They're dancing together to bring you this message, Virgo, and saying, hey, I am no longer choosing to confront. I stopped fighting. I am done with the fight. And with this opposition card showing up in your life, Virgo, this is pretty much saying that maybe you're not comfortable with the situation, but that's not the issue. Here, it's about you being challenged to grow from the old, to move on, to look at the situation as an experience for you to train, and it's giving you what you've already wanted. This is not about the people that you are at odds with. This is about you working out your journey, your personal story. So as you move forward, and if you find that the road is blocked, as you're moving forward, just find a different path. Sometimes this opposition is a way for you to say, hey, you're not going to go through this, but you know what? Find another way, find another route. This is all about moving away from something old, not wanting to confront. It doesn't matter at this moment. You are looking for the transformation, your personal journey, what matters to you. Oh, look at that. Beautiful message for you, Virgo. Here, we've got another earth sign joining you to remind you that the end of a tough cycle is approaching. You have had enough of this, the stress. You've had enough of the drama here. And what a great message for you, Virgo, that this is time for transition. No more confrontation, and a new cycle is approaching. Okay, So here is a mantra for you to use to deny the old, because it is in the reverse. And remember this, please use this as your mantra, Virgo. Living with purpose brings me prosperity. So you see, you're moving away from the material world. You want to live with purpose. You no longer want confrontation. You are ready for the change in this new cycle. And the mantra, repeat with me, living with purpose brings me prosperity. There you go. Libra. Libra, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. This is a message for you that you're going to be offered an opportunity to kind of figure out what's important. Because we see here, you know, and this is all like, you've been so focused on your head about, you know, the things that are of this earth, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's your job, whether it's your relationship, and all these things, you know, your passions, your career, all these things have been bogging you down. But you've come to a place in your life right now where now you really want to kind of figure out what's important. What do you really need to put your energy on, to put your, you know, whether it's financially, you want to know where am I supposed to invest, you know, what I've so worked hard for, right? So probably for the first time in your life, you're beginning to really see what truly matters. And this is an awakening because you have been all about everything else, but not about what's really been important. And now this moon is trying to shake things up for you and say, hey, what really makes you happy? What can you do to make you happy? In your relationship, is there something that's binding you in there? Is it your freedom that you feel like you're giving up? Something here is probably amiss. If it's in your career, maybe you want to succeed, but you know what? You don't want to put all the work in it. And unfortunately, the law of attraction doesn't work that way. You've got to put something in mentally, emotionally. You've got to invest in that work-life balance. And also in your finances, this might mean that there's been a little overspending. So this is all bringing it back for you to find out what really matters. Oh, the 10th house, authority. So this is searching for something. Look at this, the grounding, the stability, the earthing. We see it here with all the beautiful symbols of this particular card, the trees, the mountain, the scouting, looking for that meaning of life, looking for what makes you happy, coming back to basics. I see hematite here. I see the dark hematite for Libra. You see that, the dark? So bringing you back to that grounding. So in astrology, the 10th house represents, like the card says, authority. And this relates to the legal system, to the government, could be a legal matter, could be documents, legal documents. And here it's all about those authority figures in your life as well. So we see that because already the 9 of Cups is already showing up that there is something amiss. So there could be something affecting you right now that is out of your control and in the hands of something greater. With the 10th house, you are reminded that wherever you are in your evolution, it's time to take the next step up that mountain of leadership, of empowerment, of accomplishment, and move on and journey forward as new heights. Be willing to do that. Okay, and see, this is beautiful. Don't let the past hold you back. So we have the South Node here reminding you that the past is in the past. Look forward to what is ahead. And I love it. I love the confirming messages here. See this from a higher perspective. We see the mountains. We see here the authority, the leadership, the strength, the climbing to new heights. And, you know, don't let the past hold you back. Make whatever adjustments you need to make. All right, Libra? Scorpio. As a matter of fact, I want to say that we do have this penumbral full moon eclipse in Scorpio. And the moon in Scorpio is one of the most intense and passionate movements that we have in the heavens because it is associated with power, emotions, mystery, and intensity. And all of that is brought into play in this season of May as it's kicking in for all of us, that sense of emotions coming in. And it's asking us to confront these emotions in a very private way, but we also need to kind of have the will to face the higher self. So let's see what we have here for Scorpio. Double power for you, baby. Oh, okay, the Hanged Man. So you have a karma. It's the first karma card that we've had here on this reading right now. So for you, Scorpio, there may be some things that were thinking about moving with or doing, or some action that you wanted to take, but it's telling you, hey, I want you to sit back a little bit. I want you to hang around with this. I want you to kind of sit with this idea or this movement or this experience or this situation. Don't jump the gun. Just chill. And by doing this, you're going to be able to have what I call a different perspective. Instead of when you're like this and kind of seeing from everything in a different way and being binded by your own point of view, this is asking you, Scorpio, hey, take a step back, and before you take any action, use this period to see things from a different perspective. Because this could be that the choices and decisions and situations that are presenting themselves right now are going to require vetting. They're going to require seasoning. There is no urgency. Remember one thing, for you, Scorpio, the other person's emergency does not mean an emergency on you. So this is about you being capable of stalling this situation, stalling these actions so that you can have a better perspective and reflect on making that real, true decision, whatever that may be, that's going to be best for everyone, because this is a karma card. This is not just about you. That number 12 is the culmination of that long journey. So we have this thing of slow down. It's okay to say, hey, let me come back at you with this. I need some time. Okay, so this is interesting because we have the 5th house showing up for you, and it's in reverse, kind of, and it's in passion. So it's like, don't let yourself be taken by the passion of what others are creating for you. It is important for you to step back and have a different perspective. You see the easel here? It's being put upside down. Sometimes when you put an art upside down, it lets you see things from a different view. And you'll see other colors that are going to be able to be used or not in the scheme of the bigger picture. And so with the 5th house, we see that this is about passion. So it's because it showed up in reverse, Scorpio, it's about not letting these passions get the best of you. So it may be that somebody might want to make an investment and wants you to put up the biggest part of capital. Or it could be in the relationship, somebody wants you to tie the knot and they're pushing you towards that. But this may not be the time yet to say yes. So here it's about thinking about what your longings are, what your passions are, and really double checking that you are not being pushed into somebody else's dream, into somebody else's reality. This is about you knowing what is important to you at this moment. So bring your inner side and, bring it back to the passions that are in for you, the intuitive part of you. And that's what we're being asked to do here. Oh, another one upside down. So let's see what it is. And it's in Capricorn. Grounding. Here we go. The dark, the hematite, also grounding. Your hard work is paying off. So let's remember that we were talking about maybe somebody wants you to invest into their business, into their life, into their reality. And here you are. All the hard work that you've done, you're going to put it into them. It says here, hey, be careful. You've really worked hard for the things that you've wanted, the things that you've pursued. Don't throw it away. It says, think about it. Take a look at a new perspective before you jump into that, whether it's a relationship, a business, or an investment. Okay, you will raise your vibration message. Another one upside down. Choose kindness. Okay, so now Interesting message because you have the green heart, the chakra, and what's important here is to realize that it doesn't mean that you need to be coarse and abrupt and mean as you deal with the situation. It is really reminding you, Scorpio, that it is better with honey. Deal with the situation, choose kindness as you deal with the events that are going to be showing up for the month of May. Sagittarius. Okay, 7 of Wands in reverse. I could tell you already, you got the green go. Do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you want to do. There will be no confrontation. So here in the month of May, there may be some situations, because remember it came in the reverse, that will create some drama that will be requiring you to take some action or provide a response. So in love, there could be a couple things. There could be someone showing up in your life that wants to come into your life, but you're not being receptive to that love. Or it could be that there's a relationship that at this moment there will be a breakup. Things are just, not really kind of moving in the pace and energy that you want it to. And it could be that the relationship is just too passive for you. It doesn't give you the oomph that you need. In business and in career, there could be also some things that are going to show up, and the reason that it's going to be an issue is possibly because you are not standing your ground. So there might be some situations in this month here. While in general, the things that you're going to pursue may go well for you, there are some things that are pursuing you that you feel that you don't want to stand up to. And this is going to be a challenge for you, Sagittarius, because that ability for you to stand your ground in this matter is what's going to help you build the character that you need and let the foundation for something in the future. And now looking at this financially, there could be some loss of financially, could be an investment that you made, could be some savings, some expenses that you weren't expecting that are going to show up for the month of May that just you need to be kind of alert of, okay? Oh, another card upside down. What's with the kingdom? Midheaven, the pinnacle. So it's interesting. This is such a beautiful, beautiful card. In the normal theme here, looking at how things are in the reverse, we see here that possibly, Sagittarius, you might be dealing with other people's challenges, other people's problems, other people's expectations. Maybe your family, something's coming up with a situation in the family and things are not kind of aligning. There could be some issues where some confrontation, some disagreements. Sagittarius, in astrology, the midheaven contains those clues about your family, about your relationships, about other people's authority, and how to step into your own personal authority. This here, with the pinnacle showing up for you, and it's in the reverse, remember, it's asking you to identify your highest point. This is where, things are bright for you. So what is it, the visible you that you are showing the world? What is it that we see here? Where is it that you want to stand and be remembered for, whether it's in character, in your deeds, in your energy? So take an inventory of your reputation, your outside and public life, and look at what is important for you. You may need to go back to those hidden dreams, to your goals, to what you want, and see where you can, make those things right for you, because we see this midheaven upside down, and there might be some things in your personal life, in your family life, that are out of focus right now. And remember, we saw this here, some confrontations with family. So there might be some issues or dealing with things with the family that is coming up for you in the month of May, Sagittarius. And communication is key. So as you deal with these situations on a personal level, on your relationships, on your family, or at work, remember that communication is key. And find ways that you can speak effectively, Also, listen effectively. And sometimes being quiet effectively is all of those things are part of communication. So work on that skill that will really help you for this month. Look for some books on communication and the mastery of communication so that it can help you become better at relating with others. Because at the end of the day, there is the public you, there is the private you, and that's what we need to work on for the month of May. Things will be presented for you to work on that. Even your mantra is upside down. It's kind of got a celestial part, like that midheaven. So let's take a look. My high vibes heal the world. So see, as you communicate effectively, you get to reach the part of that midheaven and you heal the world, working on yourself. Capricorn. So for you, Capricorn, this could be so many things. And when we see judgment, and this has to do with authority, this could be on the earth plane. This could be legal matters. This could be financial and legal documents. This could be things that have to do with court. Capricorn, at the end of the day, this judgment card is showing something that is critical happening for you in your life right now. This is what the second karma card that we've seen at this reading right now. And the judgment is a reminder that you may be faced with making some choices that are going to have an incredible and astounding effect to your entire life. And not just your life, but the choices that you're going to make will affect many other people as well. So this card is a reminder of those moments in your life where the actions you've taken have changed the course of your life and the path for good. So as you've been moving forward and you've realized that there is no going back. And so the consequences of those actions will catch up to you. And they may have caught up to you as this card is reminding you. And here is that time right now. So you may have to let go of the past so that you can move into the future. And that is such a confirmation with this full moon eclipse. So there's a lot that you are eclipsing, a lot that you're getting over so that you can enter this new life. So spend a little bit of time, Capricorn, thinking about what you would like that new life to be. You may think like, oh, well, can really that new life be overnight? Absolutely, if you believe it in your mind. So Aries is reminding you, think about the actions that you're going to take. Aries is here, just a reminder. Think before you act. Think about those long-term things that can catch up to you in the future, because the thought is the seed of the action. Okay, it's in reverse. Interesting. So a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. So we see this balance here, and it's just showing up that, hey, you know, seek balance. Seek balance. So for you, Capricorn, we see here a win-win outcome is forecast. The best thing if you are dealing with a situation that you think is unfair, bring it into balance in your mind and see that it's going to be a win for you and a win for the other. And that way, you know what? The best is laid out for everyone. And your mantra is, I am light in the world. Yes, you are, Capricorn. You are light in the world. That new life, light it up. Aquarius. Four of Pentacles. Aquarius, the Four of Pentacles here is showing that there's a lot of stability in your life right now. You've made a lot of solid investments and you are financially stable. And you are holding on to that stability and you don't want to let it go. Could be also new money came in. New wealth is showing up and you are being really conservative about how to invest this money right now. You are not ready to take any gamble. You're not ready to make any risk. Right now, you really want to kind of sit back and watch how things are going to play out. So you're very protective of what you've earned. You've also very protective of what you've gained. And this may have been through time also. So you're enjoying the stability and well, that you should. Just remember one thing, be cautious that there could be no reward if there isn't any investments. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you've got to take a little risk to get a big gain. So we see this one here, upside down. What does it mean? The 6th house. It's about sustainability. So the 6th house is concerned with your daily work, your day job, and also those things that you dream of. So for the month of May, Aquarius, it's important that you take some time and put some effort on your dreams to bring those things into your path and to make them a part of your journey. So Aquarius, this is time for you to assess your work environment, to watch where you put your mind, make sure that you don't overdo it, because if you begin to over worry about your material things and, your investments, then you might be creating anxiety where there should not be. Find the time to relax, because worrying can give you the illusion that you're taking care of business, but it's not really furthering your goals. So we see that here. This is not going to sustain you as much as the peace of mind that you can gain. So assess the things you're doing. Make sure that you put the time and your money where you don't worry so much about it. And it's interesting because you have the 4 here, and then you have the 4 duplicated here, again confirming that. See, the number 4 resonates with practicality, organization, patience, and a lot of that what we see here. And we saw that the 6th house was in the reverse, which is, or kind of with that number 4 doubled itself. It's about that inner wisdom. So it's important that you focus on the security, but also the inside of you as well, with what really helps you gain those convictions. With the number 4, this is also a reminder that you need that emotional and loving support, that encouragement and inner strength. So while on the outside there might be the illusion that everything is strong and stable, keep in mind that you also need to connect your outside with what's really being revealed on your inside. Remember, the angels are with you, and allow them to bring you that guidance and peace. Let's see what your next card is. Oh, interesting. It's time to release negativity. So we had these like this. So this is Aquarius. This is saying that possibly there's something that's bothering you and you've been holding it inside. So use this full moon energy in Scorpio. Interesting that for you this is showing up, Aquarius, and release that negativity. Remember, hematite is about that grounding. So let's find out what it is that you need to come back so that you can balance both the outside and the inside, so that you can sustain. Sometimes you keep going and working so hard, that's not sustainable. But finding the pace, finding the things within, the passions within you and what's outside, you're going to be able to come to that easy place. You might have to let go of something so that, you can balance that out for yourself. What will be your mantra? I am supported on my path. Believe that. Believe that, okay? Trust that. Don't hold on to it too tight. Go inside, release the negativity, and know that you're supported. Pisces. Ooh, 3rd karma card, the Chariot. So Pisces, this is about you pursuing the things you want. This is knowing that the month of May for you, it's about going for it. Do it. Be bold, be daring, get it happening, because you've got that number 7, that lucky 7 showing up for you. And it's taking that risk, knowing that you have the ability to take action and direct this where you want, and the support that also will help you get there. So there's also could be in love that you need to take charge of this situation. You need to take control of your love life. You need to take some action. Luck is on your side, but you also got to help it along. With career, this could be a great time to make that move, to go for that interview, to ask for that raise. There's a lot of things happening that you can control, and those are some things, because luck is on your side to move in that direction. Financially, a lot of good things for you to make some new financial plans, some new investments. I see something here with real estate. I see something here with travel. So a lot of good things for you for the month of May, Pisces. Oh, interesting. 8th house is about mystery. Where are you going with all this? Pisces, even though you are a very emotional person, the thing that we have here is that you like your privacy. You like keeping certain things to yourself. You don't like to advertise your life. You don't like to talk about your debts. You don't like to talk about your problems. You really don't like to talk about your relationships, what you're dealing. So the 8th house, Pisces, is asking you to assess the power dynamics between you and other people. Whatever's important in your life right now, whether it's your relationship, whether it's money, whether it's your boss, whether it's those particular issues that may seem petty, they need to get cleared right now. And they need to get cleared in your mind. And if anyone is pulling strings and they're trying to control the situation, this is very unhealthy, and you need to set boundaries. So Pisces, also, there's a challenge here where we could see that you might want to direct this. There might be, you might want to manipulate the situation, maybe by withholding love, by withholding power, by withholding money. This is not the way to move forward for this month. Pisces, face your fears and step through with whatever you're doing and avoid the trap of manipulation. Whether it's you entrapping or you being entrapped, avoid it. Look at the big picture. So the Sagittarius moon is trying to tell you, hey, you know, don't play petty. Take control in a non-manipulative way as you look at the big picture and move in that direction. Okay, so you see, there is some issue for you showing up here. There could be a little envy, and that's probably why this mystery house is showing up. Remember that for you, Pisces, your mantra, you are worthy. Aries. Okay, the 4th karma card, strength in reverse. Aries, I could see that you are going to be dealing with issues of your inner courage and strength. You will be put to the test on some issues. Will you find that courage, or will you run away from it? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. The fact that the strength card is in reverse, Aries, it could be that you are dealing with issues right now that are a bit overwhelming. Maybe you're feeling depressed, or you're experiencing a loss of something, and this has really got you down, and it's draining you from the happiness from within you. And so what is it that we need to do to get through this hump? May bring you that opportunity to deal with that, because perhaps you're feeling somewhat withdrawn from people. Maybe some things have happened that you don't want to deal with people right now. And it could be that because of certain people, you're feeling sad. So it's important for you to address that question. You know, why is it? Is there jealousy? Is there anger? Is there sadness? What is it that you are unhappy about? And then just realize that the feeling is not you. The feeling is just a caliber for you to say, hey, how do I address this? You know, I don't want to be stagnated. I don't want to be stuck in this negative feeling. I want to be free from this, and I want to regain my self-esteem. I want to, you know, be back, you know, flowing with love. I want to be back, you know, in my relationship. I want to be back also with, you know, good feeling at work, and I don't want to feel that, you know, I'm any less, or that, you know, someone's taking something from me. I've got to be connected with the greater picture here. So it's also maybe in finances, you might feel that you don't have the courage to make those hard decisions. Maybe you feel that you're weak with your money and you're spending it in places that are not, you know, seeing the best value of it. So it's a lot of things that are going to come up for you, Aries, as you need to take right action. You are a person of action. The question is, are these actions based on sound choices? Look at that. Again, the strength being tested because you need structure, and that's what Saturn is going to push for you. The Saturn energy is coming for you to tell you, find ways to get structure in your life and regain strength. Saturn is asking you to step into the next level of your growth and your personal authority of who you really are. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master, and it's pushing you to grow through certain situations. And that's why this strength card is showing up. This is why certain situations are going to be presenting or have already presented themselves to offer you that opportunity, to challenge you to grow, to help you with disciplines, to test your nettle, and to allow you to prove to yourself what you know, what you've learned, how you've grown, and all these things. So if you're really looking to level up, maybe you might benefit from having a mentor or a teacher or someone that's going to help you get to the next level in the area that you want, whether it's in your career, more courses, or whether it's in your personal life through some coaching that might help you, learn what you need to work on. So perhaps their wisdom with your experience can make you connect with the higher person that you are becoming. Now, also structure can also be that Saturn is bringing you into awareness that maybe if there's somebody abusing their authority, that, you need to set boundaries so that you can hold them accountable also. So, hey, as the saying says, it's time to grow up, Aries, and the challenges that are presented to you right now are giving you and offering you that opportunity for growth. So be careful, Aries, not to cling to those old conceptions of success, those old conceptions of who you were, because that is no longer who you are. Let go of the old and bring in the new. Perhaps a new grounding, new structure is needed in your life. Bring love into the situation. We see this card here. As you do this, it's not about being harsh. Aries, you're passionate. Perhaps the challenges that are presenting is so that you can bring the softer side of you. To lace those words with honey, to lace your actions with compassion. It all can be done with love. There you go. It repeated itself. As you deal with whatever's showing up for you in May, Aries, this is your mantra. I lovingly accept myself. How about that? And last but not least, Taurus. Here we go. Okay, my workhorse, Taurus. A lot of earth elements, grounding here for you. This is going to be, I could see already, a delightful month with a lot of productivity, achieving your goals, using a lot of your inner talent, innate talent, and the ability to kind of feel good that you're useful. For some of you that are out there, putting yourselves out there into the work world, guess what? Good news. There's going to be opportunities for you to actually get what you want, to fill those positions. So this is going to be wonderful. There's going to be a demand for what you have to offer. And this is going to really elevate you, not only the confidence, but financially, and also that good feeling that you get when you can actually put your skills to use. This could also mean that for those that are actually working already, this could be that there's going to be new projects, new things, new ways for you to showcase your abilities, more responsibility that allows, guess what, possibly even a raise, and more attributes and recognition to your repertoire of skills. So in terms of love here, this could be also a new relationship that's kind of working together. There could be things that are working on, and you've achieved a place in this relationship where you're now going to grow into the next level, to whatever that relationship next level could mean. Could this be creating a family? Could this be moving in together? Could this be a new house? Could this be relocating and doing things in the community? Whatever that means in love and relationship, the next level of that commitment is showing up. Financially, good news, working with and investing and rewards from that. So a lot of things are happening that are very positive for Taurus. Home. And you're such a homebody, working on your home, working on your family. I love this. That is the 4th house. You are reminded, Taurus, that home is where the heart is. And it is time to create that place where you make sure that where you are, where you call home, feels like home, that it feels clean, that it feels creative, that it allows you to feel inspired. This is your kingdom. So this is important, whether you are married, in a relationship, or with a roommate, that you create boundaries, because your space is sacred. This is where you heal yourself. This is where you become renewed. And home is where we feel safe and we are re-energized. So you know what? Freshen up your bed sheets. Get things working in your garage or in your shop or in your hobby room, and make it that place where when you step in, it just helps you re-energize you to the highest possible way. And also, this is a reminder for you, Taurus, what about your spiritual home? Make sure that you're making time for that you are building your spiritual home, that you're meditating, that you are having that place in your mind where you go to and it feels like a sanctuary that is with you wherever you go. That's what's important. So metaphorically and physically speaking, this is about dropping down to earth and grounding yourself and making those connections. Home is where the heart is. Okay, so what do we have here with the full moon for you? It's in the reverse. So the message is surrender to the divine. So again, it's interesting. We've got this like little purple hue, home, and there's a sense here. The message is guiding me to share with you that it's important for you to come back to your inner self, to build that part, to connect with the divine source, to surrender that sometimes you work too hard thinking that it's in your control. But when you surrender yourself and all you can do to that divine spirit within you, it will guide you true, and it will be less of that work and more of that award and reward. Your mantra: forgiveness brings freedom. I cannot say that any better. Forgiveness brings freedom. And there you go, Taurus. All right, my lovelies, I want you to know one thing. If you are interested in a personal reading, please do visit my webpage. These are very vague. Maybe we can dive into any of the topics that you have. When you go to my webpage, which is www.fortuneforecast.com, I'm putting it right here so you could see. You can choose a 20-minute session or a 40-minute session, or maybe you want me to interpret one of your dreams. Whatever that is, you go ahead and select it, and I will call to set up our time together. So let's see what our collective angel message is for all of us. Music. All right, my dear ones, let's embrace the month of May with the letter M for music. Let it be what sings in our heart. Whatever genre you like, whatever type you like, just dance like no one is looking and sing loud so that you join the angels in that magical realm of music. All right, my dear ones, be blessed.